Hey guys, this is Scott, the Everyday Vlogger. And today we're going to talk about why you need to just pick up your phone and start vlogging. When I first started vlogging, all I had was an old cell phone, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. We're talking about an old like iPhone 7 or maybe a OneNote, a OnePlus 9, something like that. And I would just lean it up on my desk. I didn't have a tripod, I didn't have anything. I would just lean it up and get started and use the audio right off of the phone. And you know what? It was good enough. My early vlogs were terrible, but each vlog I improved a little bit and I started getting more equipment as I could. But the important thing is that there's no reason that you can't just vlog with your phone. And a lot of people will always use their phone. Of course, there's little things you can do to improve it quite a lot. But I don't want you to think that you need to have any specific equipment, tools, software, anything to get started. If you have any kind of phone, you can get started today, and there's really not a good excuse for not jumping into the vlogging universe. In fact, right now, I'm recording all of this on a 3-year-old iPhone 13 mini. There's no special software, there's no special cameras. This isn't the Pro, this isn't the upgraded, this isn't the triple camera version. This is not a new iPhone, nothing of the sort. This is old, this is easily accessible, this is similar to what anyone would have either in the Android or iPhone families, and I wanted to give you an example of just how easy it is to get started. And a lot of people will stick with their phones for forever. They get better with every generation, and you're just going to improve little by little. So I want to encourage you to just jump in, but we're going to show how you can up your game while using just a phone and no other camera as we go through this video. So let's improve it, our first little step. The first really good upgrade that you're likely to want to do is get some kind of tripod. In this particular case, I'm using an old broken one with a little phone adapter that I got for probably about $2. My main tripod actually got pulled out of the trash 23 years ago, and it works just fine. These are all ways that you can hold your phone and get a little bit more out of it. But of course, one of the more important things you're going to do as you're vlogging is you're going to want to improve your audio game. For many, the audio on the iPhone is going to be enough, but it doesn't take much to get something that's quite a bit better. In this particular case, I'm using a Zoom H1 Essentials. It's just $99 plus a couple dollars for the little dead cat that goes on top to help with the wind. And in all these examples, I'm using natural light. I'm not using any indoor special lighting, no studio lighting, nothing like that. I'm just using window light in our first example. Yes, I had studio lights above me, but they're all off. Everything is just the window light, and now I'm just standing outside. And you can see it looks absolutely gorgeous. With a little bit of effort, you can, with almost no special equipment whatsoever, get amazing audio and amazing video. And you can be well along your vlogging journey, and you don't have to worry about spending a lot of money or waiting to get started. Now, of course, if you are fortunate enough to have already purchased a child that can work for you, then you can have them hold the camera. And this gives some advantages because you can move around and they can reframe. You can be farther away. They can adjust. They can make sure that you're actually in the picture. Because one of the secrets to using a phone is don't use the selfie cam. That's the one where you're seeing the screen. Use the front cameras. That's where the good image is. And that's going to make a big difference. A lot of people start by using that selfie camera because it's really easy. You're looking at yourself. But if you have someone else hold the camera, you're going to be able to use that front camera very easily. Combine that with a good audio and you're in really great shape. Now, with a little bit of practice, you can do this without having someone hold the camera for you, and it will get much easier. But if you have taken the time to invest in having a daughter like I have, then you're able to leverage that investment at this time and get really a lot more interesting vlogging. And of course, we could do incredibly cool things like running through fields or whatever and having her chase me with the camera or do trick shots or move things around or whatever. You have a lot of flexibility if you have someone who's able to hold that camera for you. Now, if you have a little bit more budget or you've been working on your vlog for a little bit of time and you want to upgrade and take your vlogging to the next level, you can look at moving into something like a gimbal. And in this particular case, I have a Hohem Gimbal M6 on a tripod. Again, this is about $100, but an investment in a gimbal is going to be between about $80 and $120 in most cases, especially if you're using small equipment. Now, with this, you're going to be able to do a lot more interesting things. You're going to be able to move around, and of course, sometimes it's going to lose you, and you're going to need to make some adjustments. It's going to take some learning curve to use, and this is if I'm videoing myself. And of course, if you're taking video of other subjects, a gimbal gives you a lot of flexibility for doing specialty shots, for getting stabilization, being able to shoot more interesting things. You just have a lot more power when you have a gimbal, and it's not generally a very big investment. With everything we're doing here, we're talking about in this particular case, I'm now using a Kent Faith tripod that was about $90. I'm using a gimbal that was about $120 with a LiDAR tracker that allows me to see, it allows it to see where I am even when the phone is not doing tracking. I've got a $99 recorder here, and that's all that I'm using along with my phone. Of course, nothing special, and I'm able to get beautiful lighting by just paying a little bit of attention to what it's like outside. I'm able to get really good image quality because most phones today have amazing cameras. I'm able to get tracking, flexibility. I can put it on the tripod alone. I can put it on the gimbal. I could take it off and walk around with it like this. There's a lot of things I could do with amazing audio quality and amazing video quality, and this is absolutely plenty good for doing any number of different types of vlog shows, whether it's outdoors, and if you want to move indoors, of course, like we showed at the very beginning, you can use a window for some natural light, but that's not very flexible. You've got to work when the lighting conditions are in your favor, but you can easily start adding studio lights. Mine, I have two main lights at about $150 each, and they do a pretty fantastic job. You might want to invest a little bit more, but you can start small and work your way up. And part of my point with this is that I don't want you to think that by doing vlogging, you're going to have to make a big investment, at least not right away. Start with what you have and slowly add equipment as it makes sense. Now, if you have a big budget and it doesn't matter and you know you want to get into it and you enjoy buying the equipment, maybe you want to buy it anyway, then jump right in. Get all of the gear, get all the things you're going to enjoy, go way beyond this, get expensive cameras and expensive recorders and extra microphones, a Rode wireless mic system or a DJI Pocket 3. All kinds of equipment that's going to make your vlogging look just a little bit better, or maybe just more fun for you to do. But most importantly, there's no reason for you to hold back. There's no reason for you to feel that you don't have enough to start vlogging today. Get vlogging and start growing organically. Don't try to go all in all at once if that's going to hold you back. And that's the key. Don't be held back by technology. Let the technology work for you as it makes sense. And of course, you can spend as much as you want. If that's something you enjoy, that's great. But if it's not, there's no reason for you to be not vlogging today. All right. Thanks for joining me here on The Everyday Vlogger. I hope that this inspired you to look at how you can, for very little money, move into vlogging in a very simple way. I'll see all of you next time.